property industry reforms. So I reckon, in Monday, Tuesday and today, we've probably had a few hundred calls just relating to how this affects individual people. So yes, they're starting in the property industry reforms commence in 74 days. So 23rd of March 2020. There's a number of changes to auditing, a number of changes to trust accounting, so some compliance changes there, some new rules of conduct, so some of the regulations are changing there. We're getting new definitions for material facts. So, quite a few things are changing here, but the main things here are around training and qualifications and professionalism of our industry. So the certificate of registration is changing. The old qualification or the current qualification will not be accepted by fair trading after the 23rd of March. So, if you're starting a new course, then it needs to be the new course. If you're still working on the old one, we're talking to all of our students there, and a couple of hundred of you still needing to get those assessments done. Talk to us, we need to help you. To get a normal Class 2 general licence, if you've got a licence now, you move over to a Class 2 licence. If you're moving from a certificate to the new qualification, or to get a certificate to be a licence holder, then it depends on how far you are down the path with your qualification, whether you'll work through with the old qualification or whether you'll work through with the new qualification. The old qualification will still be accepted by fair trading for about a year, or actually probably a bit longer, about 18 months. But you have to have already started it and be on that pathway. For a Class 1 licence, we've talked about this a number of times already, and it's whether if you're a licensee in charge, you'll transfer across. If you've been a licence holder for 2 years, and this will be a window of opportunity for you to make that application. So there's a 12-month window of opportunity if you have held a licence for 2 years, you'll be able to apply for a Class 1. Not that you necessarily need it. If you're not going to be the licensee in charge, if you're not going to be operating and dispersing funds from the trust account, if you're not going to be an independent contractor, you don't need to be a Class 1 licence. And there is a significant increase in the fee applicable to Class 1 licences. So, you don't all need a Class 1 licence, so don't get stressed about not having one unless you actually perform the functions that are required by a Class 1 licence holder. Yes, CPD is changing. We've got 2 sets of CPD this year. We've changed the topics from last year, so we've got our 2020 CPD running now, and that will run up until the 22nd of March. We will then start the new CPD as required by the property industry reforms, and that will change into mandatory and elective training. But we will obviously communicate that to you depending on when your renewals are and when you need to do your CPD. So there's a whole lot of information there. Now, I'm not going to go into the property industry reforms any further. There is I think it's a 12 or 13 minute video on our website. There is a 6-page document. Probably there's a few pictures in there, so it's probably only 4 pages really of print, which summarise what's happening with the reforms. So have a read of that. If you've still got questions, then give us a call. Anyone who answers the phone here at the college will be able to help you with those points.